All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, man, we're the brothers come back at you, Lord will, with the edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. But first and foremost, we'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakodash.
Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here pushing his gospel and truth and his sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh Shemel Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Lord willing, fall upon all your houses.
Yeah, that's right, man. Shalom, shalom. Peace be unto all you brothers, man. You few sisters that are tuning in. And we hope and pray that this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. And nevertheless, man, I seen this video on, the feed last night. And, I was watching over it, man. And, the Lord is moving, man. You know what I'm saying? We are definitely in the last days, man. And a lot of things are getting ready to happen. But without further ado, if you may play that video about Shah.
Video. I'm at my school right now. I just want to show you something because the state just came last week and decided what books were appropriate or inappropriate. So I'm gonna figure out how to show you.
Inappropriate.
This is a book that's been deemed inappropriate. These are the boxes of books waiting to go out. Look how big this box is. I'm gonna show you some of the titles.
Show them this one too. Black for Aviation.
Yep. We have 20th century writers. We have Rosemary in the Woods, American The Hauntist,
The Big Lie.
The Big Lie. Right, it's all about Judaism, women of Nigeria, Hitler, El Salvador. These are just a few of the books that have been deemed inappropriate. Lewis and Clark. They're removing these books from our library. Jefferson Republic. I don't understand.
20th century writers.
Hate groups. So yeah, this is what's going on.
Man, I see that's crazy too because, as you see, all those bins, were full of books that the state came in and deemed to be inappropriate content, man.
Right.
For you. So, and a lot of it, what you seen was history, like she said, 20th century writers and, different conspiracy hate groups and all that, man. Okay, even Lewis and Clark. You see, Esau is trying to completely do away with any type of history that makes him look bad and any type of truth as to what, really anything is, man. The truth, especially according to the Bible. You see, now that's what's getting ready to be, thrown into that bin as well as all these Bibles that we have. You see? You want to say something?
Yeah, if I can make a point, that goes back to, more recently, a bill that has been passed is the banning of critical race theory over in Florida, right? Which we had seen as a whole, right? That America was ultimately trying to ban critical race theory. I think like a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
Very recently they ultimately tried, had talks on that, right? Which again, all this history, right? All this history that Esau is ultimately trying to erase, it literally points out who he is, right, throughout history and who he is biblically, man.
Yep.
That he is the so-called white man, which, just to throw that in there, not all so-called white folks, right, are Esau Edom. Right? Just to throw that out there, the Israelites have been scattered into all nations and we look like these nations, right? So you have Israelites that look like so-called white men. But today, right, you have some that are in, whoever's in power, which we know is the wicked, right? They are the so-called white men. And those are the ones that who we're talking about, which biblically are called Esau Edom.
That's right.
They're the ones that are ultimately getting exposed by having these history books and books on history out there, man.
Yep.
They're trying to get rid of it so that we're trying to get rid of all this information, especially the Bible, which proves that he is the wicked.
Yep, that's right, man. You see, and this is something that they did in the ancient times too, if you know what it is in the Maccabees. I'm not gonna pull it up for you, but you see, because this day the scriptures say there's nothing new under the sun.
That's right.
That which hath been is that which shall be, and it's just funny because that's a time when it was the time of the Greeks, ruling over us, man. And a lot of their generals, Ptolemy, Seleucus, what was his name, Antiochus Epiphanes III, pursuing us and persecuting us, man. So, this is a heavy time, for us as Israelites, man. And see, the same ones that ruling over us, the Greeks, which are the Edomites, man. You know, you got it, bro.
Con, if I may start up a little bit, then we'll drop down
Yep.
to get the point. Con, this is First Maccabees 1. I'll start at verse 41. It says, moreover, King Antiochus, but if you go into history, it's King Antiochus Epiphanes the fourth.
Yep.
Right? It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people, and everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed to the commandment of the king. You know, and just to, you know, also add again, this is as a brother had quoted, right? Ecclesiastes 1:9. There's no new thing under the sun, right? So we're seeing this same type of wanting a one world government, one world religion, one world, you know, control, right? Has always been, right, Esau Edom's MO. Man.
Yep.
You know, and again, we're seeing this same act, right, starting to ultimately be implemented now. You know.
And even in the Tower of Babel, man, that was the same thing that happened then. Everybody came together, you know what I'm saying, you know, and tried to, you know, build together. But see, that's not what the Lord wanted,
That's right.
you know.
Con, and I'll read the next verse and then we'll drop down. This is verse 43. It says, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. And this is what we see again, if I may add, because you had recently that little Duval bullshit, man. You know, him talking about, oh, they got you people to ultimately take, you know, the Icky Vicky, you know, hey, how much more they're going to be able, you know, they're going to convince you to take the Karagma,
Yep.
you know, which again is all part of Esau Edom's, you know, agenda. And how is that information coming out? Via the scriptures, right? The words of Yahweh Bashem El Shah, which is again something he's trying to ultimately remove,
Yep.
you know. Now dropping down, I'll get back to you.
Go on.
Verse 56, it says, and when they had rent in pieces the book of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire.
The book of the law being the scriptures, man. See, this is what they were doing. You know, taking the scrolls, man, you know, burning them. They didn't want our people reading it, you know, reading the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Because with this word is how we become powerful, and when we lose it, you know, we become weaker.
That's right.
You know, and then hey, you know, us, you know, over time, you know, being, you know, stripped away from, you know, the knowledge of who we are and who our God is, man, and our customs, we start to follow the ways of the heathen, man. And then that's ultimately where the heathen, you know, is able to reign over us in that weaker state. You know, seeing as we turn from the Lord and the Lord's punishing us, man. You know, so that's what Esau has always wanted to do, is to get the truth, you know, out of sight from us, and especially the truth according to the Bible, man.
That's right.
This devil doesn't want you to know he's a devil. You know, he's a deceiver. He's going to deceive you into thinking that he is who he paints himself to be, which is, you know, somebody that's all right. What's up, man? You see, but at the end of the day, this devil's about to show us true horns. But hey, the true prophets of the Lord, starting with the elder apostles, have said it first, man.
That's right.
This man is Esau Edom according to the scriptures.
Oh.
Okay, you have something you want to say?
Well, I just want to bring out matter of fact, we'll go with this and then I'll get my precept.
Come on.
Verse 57, it says, and whosoever was found with any the book of the testament, or if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death.
Mm-hmm. And that's going to be the penalty for not getting down, with this new system, especially when they make mandatory that karagma, man, that little electronic grain of rice. You see, that's going to be that major part of that NWO. And if you don't bow down and get with it, you're gonna be subject to death or whatever severe punishments they see worthy for you, man.
And well, if I may say, you're going to see examples of this, right? That this, because it's prophesied. Matter of fact, if I may get it, right, in Revelations, the 13th chapter, the 15th verse, it says right here, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, and that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So you're going to have people, right, that are going to be going against this system, and I believe, right, I believe that Esau is going to come round them, those who are against his system up real soon, man, because again, we are preaching the words of Yahweh Hashem El Shah, which are contrary to Esau Edom, man. So we are those ones who are against his society, whom he is going to excommunicate from society and or physically put you to death, man. So this is prophesied that there are going to be people, right, within this in this world, right, that are ultimately going to be contrary to his society, whom he's going to have to remove in order to establish his NWO, man.
Mm-hmm. That's right, bro.
Khan, I just wanted to grab that point. Is there?
I was looking up something. You can grab that next precept I had.
Yeah,
you
Khan.
hold. Babu Kashah.
Khan, this is 2nd Esdras chapter 4 and verse 28.
Oh, so like you can get that second verse 5, matter of fact, in the first verse.
This one?
Yeah.
Khan. This is 2nd Esdras 5 and verse 1. It says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
You see, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and that's what's gonna take place here soon, man. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is gonna stop speaking. And once the Lord speaks by the mouth of his prophets. So when he speaks, he sends out his prophets to give warning, edify and build up the people for what's to come and what the Lord's about to do, so that they can be ready. But see, everybody's misusing the prophets, man. You see, so when the prophets are gone and the Lord's removed them and stops talking, then everybody's gonna want to look for help. But there's not gonna be no succor of men.
That's right.
There's not gonna be nobody to help besides the Lord, and those that were never with him and drew nigh unto him, he was never gonna draw nigh unto you. You see, and that's a very horrible lot to have. You see, but this truth is gonna be hidden, man. Esau could have it to where they man-engineer like they talk about the World Economic Forum. Black Swan events, and dark winters, and cyber attacks. They could say Russia attacked us and the hacker got in, which is very possible. Seeing as different articles that mention how they don't even know America's system is being hacked until 3 days after they've been hacked, man. So that's a high possibility. An EMP blast, or this devil can do it himself. There's no telling how it's gonna go down, man. But we know that at some point, the famine of the word is gonna take place.
That's right, man. Yeah, because again, hey, man, there's a lot going on right now, man. You also have that, which I did a lesson on a while back. You have Microsoft just created this AI tool, right? Which we know AI is ultimately, it runs autonomously, man.
Yep.
Runs by itself. So it doesn't need any human interaction with it, or human, basically fixing it or anything like that. On top of that, AI is meant to, evolve sort of, as far as mentally.
Awareness,
you know what I mean, to gain awareness, to be able to move and operate on its own. Hey, well, guess what, man? Microsoft created an AI tool to do what? To ultimately go and remove, to censor and or to block people who are posting, right, what they call harmful content or inappropriate content. So this is what's happening right now, which again, you're gonna start seeing brothers channels get more striked, right? More strikes and faster. And you're going to see, because again, they have these algorithms, man, right, that they've been implementing. They just put one up. They said you can't even, I'm just going to quote it verbatim, but you can't post Christ died so that I can live, because then they'll strike you down, man. They'll make it to where you can't say anything. They'll remove you. They'll remove you from Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or so on and so forth, man.
Yeah.
This is what's going on as of right now. Like it says, Habakkuk 2 and 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, and at the end it shall speak.
And I lie.
That's right.
Because even on that Facebook, you can't even say so-called Jesus died for you so you can live.
Yeah, so I was just saying, yeah.
Yeah, kind of select it.
Yeah.
Put me off a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. So that's the times that we're in, man, where they're coming down more and more with that censorship, man. And they say it's all for climate change, or it's offensive, or it's inappropriate, but really it's because they don't want anybody to have the truth according to.
Yeah.
They don't want nobody to have the truth according to history. And they don't want nobody to especially have the truth according to the Bible, man. That's why they come so. Remember that dude during the scamdemic, he said, we're going to come for your... what did he say? We're gonna come
for your Bibles and your guns.
Okay, well, the guns are understandable because they don't want... When Esau coming like a flood, man, he don't want you to be able to defend yourself. He wants it to be a smooth criminal. Walk up in there. You're already weak. You got no type of weapon to protect yourself. So, of course they want to take away the guns. That's the devil for you, but... why are you gonna take away the Bible, man? If it's so insignificant and we're just losers for believing it, why take it away?
Right.
You see, because there's power in the scriptures, man, pursuing Hebrews 4 and 12, man. And see, we understand that because the Lord's opened up our mind to see the power that lies within the scriptures, man.
That's right.
These people's mind haven't been open to see, damn, that's, so they just think this is, but the Lord say he chose the foolish things of the world.
Yep.
Found
the wise, yeah.
That's right, man. You see? So this is what's gonna take place real soon. Do you have a precept?
Oh, no, I was just gonna...
You gonna what? Get the Amos? Yeah, kind. God, this shit called, man. See, that's why, the Lord want to hit our people over the head, with judgment, man, because they don't, the Sodom's children, they don't want to take heed to the word, man.
Yeah, man. If you want, you listen to this, man. You near the West, man. You know what that is, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But you know what I mean. It's just that's Satan ultimately, man, trying to hinder the word, man.
There was nobody over here.
There was nobody over there. There still ain't nobody. It was more she bumped that motherfucker. So it's like it's pointless. But nonetheless, again, we understand what it is. But I'm gonna get into this. Is Amos chapter 8 verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord.
Yep, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So the Lord is gonna send a famine of food and water. But the thing is, in this particular context and verse, the Lord is saying He's gonna send a famine of the word. You ain't gonna be able to hear the word of the Lord no more, man. Meaning you're not gonna see the prophets. And once the Lord does that, like the Lord said He do in Jeremiah 16th chapter, He's gonna take away His peace from this people, meaning our people, man. These so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. You see that? So once the Lord takes away His peace, He's taking away His prophets, which is Him showing that mercy. The Lord's gonna turn away His face on you Israelites in these last days, man. You know, He's not gonna show no mercy neither.
That's right.
You know.
Come.
You wanna get that next verse?
Yeah, there's two more. It says, and they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east.
Yep.
They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it.
And shall not find it, man. You see that? The Lord said that it says that the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it's an evil time, man.
Mm-hmm.
You see that? So we're gonna keep silence. Hey, if you know, you know, and if you don't know, then you're gonna be in a pitiful case, man.
That's right.
You know, you had time to get it, but you took it for granted, man. Did what you wanted to do. You see that? You didn't inquire what the Lord wants and what's pleasing unto Him. You just filled your own belly what's pleasing unto yourself, man.
That's right.
You got it, bro.
Next verse 13, it says, in that day shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. And if I may add,
Yep.
right, this word is likened unto living waters, man. You know, Yahweh Shai specifically said that if you come to me, you shall never thirst, man. You know, so hey, if you have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man, hey, well, guess what? Not only physically are you going to be hydrated and fed in the times to come, right? Pursuing to Isaiah the 65th chapter, beginning at the 13th verse. Hey, but spiritually you're going to be hydrated, man.
Yep.
You know, you're not going to be out there, you know, basically running around like a chicken with his head cut off, man.
Yep.
You're going to be walking according to the scriptures, man. And the scriptures say, make not haste in the time of trouble. So when shit ultimately pops off the fan, you know, the men of the Lord and whoever's with them, their entourage that's with them, is ultimately going to be cool, calm, and collected, man. They're going to be good in the times to come, man.
I remember the brothers from LA made an analogy how, you know, Lord's, you know, preparing us right now, you know, we're in training for a great battle that's to come. And when we get placed on the battlefield, man, we got the armor, we know what to do, we know how to block, we know how to, you know, attack, we know what, you know, how we should move in the war so we don't get hit. But just imagine, you know, someone that gets taken from training, intense training every day, and put in a situation on game day compared to somebody that never had that training, and they get put in that war and they have no shield, no armor, no sword, just got sackcloth on, man.
Right.
They gonna be so scared they ain't gonna know what to do. Bombs going off, spears getting thrown over their head, a dude on a horse trying to hit them, they barely dodge that. Landmines everywhere.
We'll see, Slacky, if I
Tear
may say,
gas.
bro. Yeah, I know, right? If I may say, you know, you look at these movies with these warriors, hey, they might have, you know, just escaped, you know, some type of captivity or whatever. That, again, that shows you the difference between a warrior, because a warrior has obviously been raised up into that. So even if they don't have anything, they can still, you know, be able to dodge a sword and maybe take that sword to that person's hands, and now you have a weapon, man.
Yeah.
So even with absolutely nothing, you know, helping you overcome, you know, a true warrior can overcome, because at the end of the day, we have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We might not have nothing physically, you know, with us, but again, we have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, so we'll always be able to overcome with Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, Scripture said weapons of warfare are not carnal, man.
That's right, man.
We don't really rely on the guns or baseball bats or a group of brothers to, you know, to protect us. We just rely on the Lord. That's why King David said, I won't fear 10,000 that, you know, camp around against me to, you know, persecute me, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So to imagine 10,000 people around you, but you're not afraid.
That's right.
That's because the spirit that's within you, man, is the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You could, like the brother said, you can do anything, man. So at the end of the day, man, you know, we're gonna be good in that day, Lord willing, because the Lord's been training us, man, and getting us conditioned in our mind and in our spirits for what we're about to experience, man. You know, the greatest time of horror on the face of the earth, known as Jacob's trouble, man. You know, you have anything else you want to add?
That's it. Unless you want me to post something? What?
I mean, no, we can end it off there, man. You know, that was the point. You know, hey, you know, that's a little heavy. You know that video, you know, surfaced on the internet, man. Because here pretty soon, that's what they're about to do to all these schools, man. Take out all these, but they're probably doing it right now. And this is something that's not going to hit mainstream news, and that's why Lord said He set a watchman to give you the real news according, you know, to what's going on, man. Con, you got it, bro.
Well, we'll close out first.
Hey, yeah, Con. So, hey, you know, Lord's Willis was edifying, man, to you brothers and you sisters that tuned in. You know, I was, you know, joined in with the brother Corner Waff. So, as always, before we end off, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash.
And double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to you brothers pushing. And as always, man, hey, stay strong, keep the faith to you, sincere out there, man.
Come.
You got it, bro.
This is a quick video. I'm at my school right now. I just want to show you something because the state just came last week and decided what books were appropriate or inappropriate. So I'm gonna figure out how to show you.
Inappropriate.
This is a book that's been deemed inappropriate. These are the boxes of books waiting to go out. Look how big this box is. I'm gonna show you some of the titles.
Show them this one too. Flags and aviation.
Yep. We have 20th century writers. We have Rosemary in the Woods, American The Hauntist,
The Big Lie.
The Big Lie. Right, it's all about Judaism, women of Nigeria, Hitler, El Salvador. These are just a few of the books that have been deemed inappropriate. Lewis and Clark. They're removing these books from our library. Jefferson Republic. I don't understand.
20th century writers.
Hate groups. So yeah, this is what's going on.